Welcome to my live. Hopefully sound is good. Lots of just trying to get my connection on my computer beside me. But I have this new fun transfer called Can't Touch This. And that's what we're going to work on today. And I'm going to work on the other side of my board and base that I did my sherbet pop on the other day. I got some fun colors to do on my cacti, which will be fun. Just want to pull up my connection and make sure I have a clear image. Right now, I'm going to give it a second. Right now, to me, it looks extremely blurry, but I can fix that, I believe. If my computer will listen to what I'm telling it to do. It kind of wants to, kind of doesn't. Okay, hopefully. All right, that's spinning. Okay, that picture does look somewhat better, but it's still not perfect. So let me see if I can get a clear image. We're just going to come a tad bit closer. Let's try that. Sometimes the image that we get is not perfect. And I definitely want you to be able to see. Okay, I'm waiting for it to catch up. Okay, that is much better. Okay, good. All right, so what we're going to work on is we're going to cut this. I've got it, the paper backing is on the back of it, and I'm just going to cut and mark my transfer so that I stick it back to the same part. And sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between the backing and the front. Hi, Julianne. So today I'm going to do 4 different chalk designs. Right now I'm cutting a brand new silk screen so that I can get ready and chalk on this chalkboard that I have. So this cacti, it has the solid color that I'll chalk first, and then the outline of it with the little pricklies. And then the MC Hammer slogan, can't touch this. Funny, throwback to the 80s there. And then a couple cactus flowers that we can use. So I just wrote on the backing so that once I wash my reusable silkscreen and it dries, I can stick it back to the correct backing. All right, let's move that to the side. I'm using our $7.99 board and base. That's what I chalked, Monday maybe? And it goes in the base like this or this, and it's double-sided. So that's available on my business page if anyone's interested in getting these. They're a really good price. For just starting out on a first project, they're awesome. Hi, Rita. Good to see you. All right, so right now what I'm doing is I have my fuzz cloth, which is terry cloth on one side, microfiber with Fuzz Bunny on the other, and I'm putting it on the terry cloth side because it's a brand new silk screen, and I just want to pick up a little bit of lint on it. That, when it's brand new sticky, it wants to stick really, really super good. And we want it to be, we don't want to stick so good that it's hard to get it back off. Now I'm just making sure I have no air bubbles. Okay, got my squeegee ready. All right, so I was thinking, if you have any questions, feel free to ask as we go. All right, so I'm going to use Green Envy. I have Parakeet green and some kiwi, and I kind of thought I would do like a little bit of an artistic blend of each. Seeing as I'm an art teacher, I do these a little bit differently sometimes than some others would. All right, so let me get a little bit of each color. You don't need a whole lot, but it's the fact that I'm going to be kind of blending these to get a different effect that I want to use. That's just like really super dried right there. This is a water-soluble chalk paste, so it goes on wet, but it dries hard and durable, and you can't like smear it or smudge it or anything once it's dry. But if you open up a jar and you stir it and it's not like perfect yogurt consistency, you can add some water to it. So I always have a water sprayer for that. I love the watercolor paintings of a cactus, and so I'm just trying to emulate the color changes, and we'll see what it turns out like. And I can't, usually I put the extra paste back in the jar, but I'm not going to because I mixed it, so I'm not going to do it this time. All right, so I've smoothed that screen completely, so we should be good. Okay, now I'm going to stick this chalked on transfer into my cold water. I have like a 9x13 glass dish beside me with water in it. I'm going to stick this in so that the chalk paste comes off, and I can use these about 12-ish times each before they'll become, whooped and not very good for chalking on anymore. So they're reusable for a while. Hi, thank you, Rita, for saying that. Have you ever seen Chalk Couture at all? It's not very old of a company, but it's starting to go round. It just went up into Canada this year. So, all right, so I'm going to fix this little smudge here. I always have cotton swab. If I go off the edge of the transfer, you can just clean it real quick And even if it dries on, you can take like a Clorox wipe and just touch up what you got to do. All right, so I want to hold this close so you can see the variegated colors that I got in there. I'm pretty happy with that. So normally it only takes a minute or two to dry. I'm going to move some stuff out of the way here. I'm going to do the cheater method and use my blow dryer though. I just put it on like a cool setting, use the hair dryer on it. You'll see it change a little bit, and then once it's dry, then I can do the outline around it. I can chalk right on top of this. Oh, that's cool that you have a friend that does this. Where are you located, Rita? Are you in like Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota? I forget where all the Jasinskis are. Okay, that's dry, so we're ready to go. Now, I'm going to fuzz this next one. And that way, when I stick the sticky part over the chalk paste that just got dried, it won't stick too much to it. I always do it twice if I'm chalking over chalk, just to be Westmont, Illinois. Okay. Yeah, so we have been getting crazy weather from the Illinois area. I'm in Michigan right now, like near Kalamazoo, like just south of it. So we're like considered Southwest Michigan. And we've been getting all these crazy storms. My daughter just graduated from high school, my youngest, and she is driving back here from Ohio right now. From where we used to live, it's about like a 3.5-hour drive. Okay, I'm going to use kiwi for the outline and the prickly part of the cactus. Just to kind of highlight it a little bit. Okay. Then oh, that's awesome. I like the way that turned out. Okay. Next, for this board, we can do, let's dry it before we add the flowers on. Dry it again. Oops. So that's what the light kiwi made it look like. And we're dry. So I have some cute little flowers. I think I'm gonna do, I was thinking about doing one on top and one on one of the side. I don't know what you call it, the arms of the cactus. I mean, they seem to all be a little different. I was looking at some of the watercolor examples of cactus online first to see what color the flowers are done in. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a symbol, right? It's like using a symbol of a cactus, but this color is called Peony, and it's a brand new one for me. I just got this in the mail today, so I wanted to try it. It's like a tinted pink. It's really pretty. Okay. The nice part about the Chalk Couture silk screens are the fact that they're reusable and the fact that even though these mimic a stencil, they're so much better because they've got that sticky side, so it secures it to what object you're chalking on. And I've chalked on so many different things just to try it. Like I've chalked on glass, I've chalked on metal, wood, all kinds of things, not just chalkboards. So it makes it a very versatile product to use for things that you're decorating around your house. It's just a lot. I've even chalked on the wall. I've done a bigger transfer and did like a pattern and then repeated the pattern over, which is cool. I feel like when I'm done with this sign that I'm going to put it in the cupboard where I keep my chocolate so that my kids don't eat my chocolate. I'm just going to prop it up right inside the door. My little thieves of my chocolate. I don't know. I'm thinking that's a little bit crooked still. Just as a joke. I'm totally going to do that. All right, you know, I think that I want the peony for the words because it'll bring out the little flowers. And that is all there is to that one. I like the way that turned out a lot. That one's really nice. Okay, one done, and I've got 3 more to do. So there's finished number 1 board. Okay, we'll set that off to the side. Aw, okay, good night, Rita. Lay low. Hopefully the storms pass and doesn't keep you up. Okay. I always have to have Clorox wipes nearby because I make a mess. Okay, so our next board, I'm going to try something different that I have not tried before. Okay, so I have this new transfer, and I have this palette board that we sell that I chalked this Farm Sweet Farm on, and I was thinking of chalking on this underside of it. It's treated, it's sanded, it's smooth, all of those things, and so I thought maybe, just maybe, I could do that. So let me make sure my mat here is dry first so that I don't undo my other drawing or my other chalking here. And then just make sure I have some like fawn colored chalk paste on this side that I want to remove first. So these palette boards are new to our company. It was just in this spring and summer catalog that came out in February. And so I've never done the underside to it. Now I've done the underside to our box frames, which that was fun to do. But this is a completely different thing altogether. So I like the message that this transfer had. So brand new out of the package. And we've got a dove and some other doves to cut out first. So some transfers come in like multiple pieces that you can cut out. So this one had just these 3 extra birds if you wanted to put them in. So let me real quick mark on the back of these before I peel them. Okay, that way I'll remember what goes on what. And we'll fuzz this. Now I know it seems like it's a little wide to go in between those slats on the back of this palette, but I think it will still work because we have a lot of the side of this is not the silkscreen part. So I think we're going to be good to try it. If it doesn't work, then, you know, it's on the back of this. It's not going to hurt anything, is what I'm thinking. It's a good message. You don't need wings to fly. Dreams are all you need. Okay, make sure no bubbles. And because this slat on the middle slat is a little bit lower than up here, I thought I better make sure those letters and everything, they don't have too much of a gap, so we don't have like a lot of chalk paste won't get trapped. Okay, and then I'm kind of thinking I want to try my new color peacock. All right, and I have not used it or even stirred it yet, so I think against the white it'll be really high contrast. It'll look really pretty. Okay, we need a bigger squeegee this time. So I'm going to start on this middle board and smoothing my chalk paste over this transfer, making sure I'm pressing it through the screen. You can go any which way you want to on it. Left, right, up, down, whatever technique works. Now we can okay. That looks really good. All right, let's set that down and we will peel to reveal. this in the pan over here. That looks good. Got a little bit here. This is a real dark, bold color. So if you do get a blob anywhere, it shows. I love that color. I love it. All right, we're going to dry it before we put our other birds in the background. I love it. I think I'm going to find a way to hang this on the wall. That is pretty good right there. Okay, so let's add a few birds in the background. We'll fuzz them first. Okay. You can put them wherever you want. They can be flying along with this bird or leading. Okay, let me take a smaller. Okay, that looks really good. Now I just have to figure out how I'm hanging it. I suppose I could put it between a nail here and here, or two, or put some kind of little hook on the back without destroying my sign that goes this way, because it hangs on this part. So, or you know what, as a matter of fact, it could be a tabletop sign because it stands on the end. But anyway, I love that color on the white. It's beautiful, and I love the little detail work. Very pretty. Okay, so that's board 2. That was 2. Now we're going to work on, let me clean up some of this. Put it in my pan over here. Okay, so this next one, I know what colors I'm using, and they're not these, so let me real quick close these up. I think I'm going to get teal and what was the other one I was going to do? Let me look. I had a little image pulled up on the Google to remind me. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I was just going to do white and teal is what it was. Okay. Okay, so this next one, it's a bigger board. So, and we're doing it this way. So I'm going to have to move a few things so that you can see as well as myself. Okay, so this transfer is also a dream one. Dreams don't work unless you do. I haven't done it before, but my sister Sarah has. So it has been used and it has been fuzzed. So we just need to peel the backing off, like so. I'll put that on the other side of my table here. And then we're going to, without sticking it onto itself, I'm going to kind of line it up here and see how we want it to go. Let's see, somewhere in there maybe. Oh, it wants to be super duper sticky. All right, let me line it up better here because it's hard to see at the top. Hi, Andy. I see that you joined. You watching me from across the room on your phone? Sometimes it's hard to line these up. All right, so just whatever corner looks straight, just kind of smooth it out from there. Make sure you don't have any wrinkles. I can see that this transfer was used with some kind of glitter before I grabbed it off our rack. So I think that it's sometimes the glitter gets trapped in the screen, doesn't clean out real good. Usually you can just take a Clorox wipe and do both the front of it after you've washed it in cool water and then flip it over and do the back of it really well, and that gets it out. But I don't know if you can see that reflection inside of kind of, it almost is a little bit linty and a little bit glittery, but it may just cause it to be a little bit more distressed looking if I chalk on it. So I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to be using Couture Teal and Bright White, and I'm going to use my angled squeegee, and okay, I want one of my other, I want my small squeegee, which is actually kind of a big one. I'm going to rinse that one off real quick and use it again. Can never have too many, a girl can never have too many squeegees, I'm just saying. She cannot. All right, make sure I got all that blue color off of it. Okay, so I think what I'll do, white tends to dry faster. So I think I'm going to do all the teal part first. So let me give it a good stir. And then we'll real quickly go through and do this teal first, and then we'll go in with white. Now, if you were worried about getting the teal into the part that where the white is going to go, you could use washi tape right on this transfer to keep it from going into where the words are. I trust myself here, and I have not ordered our placement tape. I still have a roll of washi tape that I have left over from scrapbooking that I'm using up, and then when that's gone and I'm close to being gone, then I will order several rolls of that placement tape, because I like it so much better than washi because of the little notches for measurement and stuff. It just kind of helps you, center what you're doing, and it helps you in other ways too. Otherwise, I get too picky, and I'll use rulers to measure where the middle of stuff is. Placement tape is perfect for that. It's a sticky-sided ruler. Okay, now because it is kind of hot out, even though I have the air on, it does affect your transfer and your chalk paste, like for how long it's going to stay wet before it starts to dry inside the little screen. So I'm going to pull this up, give this teal a chance to dry a little bit, and then I'll stick it back. That way I don't have an issue waiting to get the white part done. So let's peel it back, and then we can decide if we need to do anything else before the white part. Okay, so we can get that top part with the dryer. I noticed this corner and this corner that I did first, that I started at, it started to stick to the screen a little bit. And so some of that came off, but this end part that I did right here, I got the whole leaf on it. So I'm going to see if I can touch up that area when I lay it back down. I'll see if it'll let me. Okay, down we go. And you can kind of smooth it down. We definitely want to smooth down where our letters are. Make sure there's no bubbles there. And if there is, just kind of smooth those out so that the adhesive sticks back down to the board, so you don't have any chalk bleed underneath the bubble. Okay. My washcloth, I'm getting all kinds of chalk paste all over my hands. Okay, so we are going to real quick touch up that teal over here. I don't know why we had it kind of dry fast. and it cut off some of the ivy. We'll see if that does anything, and then we're going to do this white. Oops. Got a little bit of turquoise there. Almost done. So just make sure you got every area, every corner, and then if you're sure you got it all and you're ready to peel, and just go for it. Oh, I think I lost more of my leaves over there actually. Let's see if I can. Some bigger size transfers are weather picky about how fast that chalk paste dries. Okay, I'm having all kinds of issues off camera here with this transfer. It's wanting to stick to itself and not go into the water. So I gotta fight with it a little. And I'm gonna be covered. There. Okay, that's what fighting with a transfer looks like. So clean my hands off here. Now I'll be able to go over this once I wash my transfer and dry it really good. I can go back over, put it back down, and fix my greenery on this side. It's just being picky because it's a really hot day today and hot in the house right now. But that's not too bad. I mean, not too bad. I am looking for my next project. Let me see where that went. I'll put the lid on this and on this. Okay. I have that board. And that transfer. Okay, this one is, it's called Mixed Drinks. And it has a little cocktail. Let's see, I think we could probably do it this way or this way. It has a little cocktail drink, and you can give it an orange, a cherry, Actually, there's a couple, a little pick to put in there, and then a little saying. I have mixed drinks about feelings. So I thought this one would be fun. Thinking of like summertime get-togethers and having a little cocktail. So let's see. What color do we want our cocktail to look like? I'm wondering. Gosh, let me look real quick. Okay, I think we could do a multicolored concoction here. Just got to grab a couple colors and let's try. Okay, I just reconstituted this one today. I don't know if it's perfect yet. This one should be fine. And then okay, I saw a cute one. Now they did theirs on the back of. So I have this other palette board. I'm wondering if this would be better on here because it'll show the bubbles where this would show up as dark bubbles. So let's try on here. All right. Now we're going to have to fuzz good. Get some lint for our board. Okay, now grab a couple squeegees. We're going to have to go relatively quickly, just because the paste is acting up today. Okay. I don't know if this yellow's too thin. It seems like it. Let me get my other yellow. Okay. That color is Bumblebee. It's a little bit brighter. And then let's give it a raspberry colored handle. Make it very colorful. Okay. All right, let's see what this looks like. Okay, very colorful. Okay, let's, before we add the next part, let's dry that. Whoops. Okay. All right, so now, if that's nice and dry, we can add a little slice of that. Let's see. Let's do, where's my other bright green? We'll do a little lime. Do I have another? Okay. Okay, little lime wedge. Cool. And then what's that? Somebody sneezed. I think Becca's here. Becca might be here already. Here's my cherry here. Okay, and then I've got a couple. We got this little saying. See if it'll go on. That seems a little bit wet still. Okay, and then finish it off with peacock for the words. There we go. All right, so we have repurposed 2 boards, actually 3 boards today, doing multiple things on them. So we have, let me clean up my area and then I will show you what fun we had today for our hour of chalking. All right, let's get this here. Make sure our lids are on. Okay, so we did, oops, throwing stuff at my computer now. Okay, so not just this board. This is the, this is, on one side, I have this old transfer on this pallet board that we have, that we make. And so today, I did this board over. Then I had this board, the bigger size pallet board that we sell, and I did it over on this side, made this design. Let's see what I do with, what did I do with the small, oh, I put it down here. That's what I did with it. So earlier in the week, I did this on our board and base. And today, I flipped it over to the flip side and did the cactus. Can't touch this. And I'm not kidding. I'm putting it in the cupboard where the chocolate is so that nobody eats my chocolate. So, and then one more board we did. But it's kind of our bigger project we did today, but the weather did not agree. And so the part that I chalked on here, this whole edge, started to dry in the screen really quickly. So either my chalk paste was too thick or just the heat in here from doing it late at night when it's still warm in here, it just didn't agree with it. So I am going to try to touch it up once I'm able to wash out that transfer and do that again. So these are our 3 projects today. These 3 were very successful, I thought, and that was a lot of fun. So thank you for joining my live. If you're watching this after the live, will you please comment replay? And that way I know who all sees it later at night than when I went live. It helps me kind of know when to zone in and what time to do my lives. So you guys have a great rest of your week. I will see you here tomorrow night at 9 for the next live. Thanks for watching. Bye now.